Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a review of Watch Dogs. So this review is going to be solely based off the PS3 console. Obviously, that's the only one I've actually got. So if you're looking for other consoles, the only thing that does change is probably the graphics. So the story is fairly straightforward. It's just the main character going after a niece's killer, which, if you didn't notice by the trailer of the game, there are some twists in the story, just about, I guess. So gameplay was pretty good. The control of cars and I think motorbikes were pretty good as well. There were times where it locked onto random things and the camera would like move away from the center. The guns is great. So when you play this game, they try and force you to do it stealth, to take the approach of stealthness, whatever. Because if you don't, well, it's gonna be pretty bad to play. Like, you're gonna get killed 20 times at least, which I did encounter a lot of times. Now there are mini games in there. Unfortunately, I didn't record any of them, but they are wicked. There is one mini game with the spider, which you just destroy police. Then there's another mini game which you just run over like ghosts or zombies or something. Side missions in the game, there's quite a bit. Wouldn't say there's a lot of going back and forth on the map. So if you're on one side of the island, you have to go back to the first island. It's really long, but it does pay off in the end, sort of. So Watch Dogs is mainly known for its hacking. That's not too bad. It was really enjoyable. There are times where you get stuck, but it's fairly simple to do. If you see my live stream, I did get stuck for quite a bit. There are, like, it's not a simple like 2D sort of thing. It goes into 3D as well, so it makes it even more confusing. That was good. So let me go into the bad things. Bad things, it reminded me too much of Assassin's Creed. Sure, if Assassin's Creed wasn't made so many times in a year, like, it wouldn't remind me as much, but some of the online modes reminded me too much of it. Like, hacking online is basically the same thing as the Assassin's Creed version, where you have to look for the person and kill him, which is basically what you do in this. So another thing was the Consumables, or whatever you call it. So there's a ability called Focus, which is basically bullet time, and it just slows down time, so you can either shoot something or whatever. And I never used those focus pills throughout the entire story. Like, there was never a need to. Money was it was pretty useless. There was nothing really you needed to buy besides components or chemicals or whatever to make the sticky bombs or the grenades or even the hacking stuff, features or whatever you call them. And because throughout this story, because you encounter so many enemies, there's no need to buy ammo. Guns you could buy, but at the end of the story you get them all anyway, so it's pretty pointless. Reputation as well, as you progress through the story. I think you'll see in the gameplay as well that it's pretty useless as well. There's a vigilante reputation, which is the good side, and then there's whatever on the bad side. Like, I don't know if anything changes in the bad side, but it's pretty still useless. It doesn't really do anything for you. It did remind me a lot of Far Cry as well. I can't remember if it was the binoculars or the camera or whatever. Basically, you'd spot the enemies and just like track their movements and all that. There was the same thing with Watch Dogs, but in this way, it was pretty good. So the second clip, you'll see that I had to look for a target amongst a bunch of enemies and knock that enemy down, but not kill him. So it was good in that feature. So just before I give a rating, I did want to mention that each civilian in the city has something they do, like a habit. It also shows their income as well. So if I can get hold of a picture, I'll show you that there's a reference to Bruce Wayne, the Batman, and his habit is BDSM or something like that, which is pretty hilarious. So my overall rating for the game is probably an 8, just because of those bad stuff I mentioned, but at 8 because of some of the good stuff as well. Even the Easter eggs were pretty funny, like the Rayman references. If you enjoyed playing Watch Dogs and enjoyed this video, why don't you subscribe?